Rupesh Bhavsar sir.
Yes, yes.
And I think you are ready as well for your presentation.
Yes. So the title of my paper will be the knowledge level of food safety among the food handler of Marathwada region. Actually, when I come around with this issue of food handler, I have seen that many of the people are into the food business and they have a big strike within this COVID period, and all the food business has been stopped and still they are struggling with this. And this is a good chance to make them aware and update their knowledge. So it is about the knowledge level of their food handlers. So I'll take you to the next. It has also a reputation. Oh, sorry. According to the international level organizations, food is the fastest growing business. And as you can see, this business is still struggling with the very low wages and low knowledge people are working in that. Their educational level is also not up to the mark. And there I want to focus with my paper. It is also having a low wages and the bad working conditions as well. But when we see in 2020 or 21, there are almost 39 million jobs are created in hospitality industry, and out of that, 8% are totally employment of country. So there is a huge employment in this area, and 48% people are the food handlers. Food handlers means they are not only the preparation peoples like chefs, but they are also the servers, or they are also product sellers, or you can also see food carts outside, and these people are handling the food without any knowledge. They are into the business, and this hampers a lot. The Marathwada regions is actually Aurangabad city, which I have focused for my research area. They are depending upon the outside sources for their meal. When the people come to Marathwada, they come for the work, and there is a huge industrial companies or industries around in the automation or many of the pharmaceutical business. The people go and work there, but they do not have the basic facility of eating their meal within the companies, and for that they are relying on to the different small food stalls or small restaurant businesses where they have do not get personal hygiene, food hygiene, or workplace hygiene. Example, when you go out and eat the food, you will do not find any cleanliness, or the people working there, they are not properly groomed or uniform and such things. uh, their basic education, like if you see the people working into the hotel industry or the food preparation area, their education is not up to the mark till now, because very few people take the formal education, and many of the people start this business as an the source because they cannot do anything else. So that is impacted of that food hygiene. So the knowledge level of them is not up to the mark. So if you want to improve their work habits, that is the solution for the problem actually. If you want to improve their work habits and create the awareness among these people, the training is the only solution for them. And the government is also working on this footing. I have tested my paper with the SPSS. The correlation I have found between the education, knowledge level, and food safety training. So there I have to match up all those things. Where is the lacuna and what can be done? So as you can see, the last point of my variables is food safety training. So that will show the actual effect. If the food safety training is not been delivered, then what can be hampered into the area of food hygiene. So this is the segregated volume of the business of hospitality, where you can see the large scale, medium scale, small scale businesses, and they are almost 20 and 24, like 48% businesses are the small scale, and they do not have the sustainability nowadays because of the COVID situation. They are struggling with the many of the issues and their finances. And when they are struggling with the finances, as you can see, they are neglecting all these food hygiene measures or personal hygiene measures, or they are employing any people with the less wages. They do not have adequate knowledge to work into the industry. these are the sectors of hospitality what I have seen as an working conditions. There is a fast foods, restaurants, takeaway, then the licensed traders, social caterings, welfare caterings, then transport caterings are there, motorways caterings are there, and these all segments where the food handlers are working currently, and they are very large in the numbers. There is a need to make them aware about the food hygiene and give them a fund that can create the awareness into the people. This is the demographics I have done through my research area, where I can tell you there are almost 183 male people are there and females, and total I have taken about 234 people as on my sample sites. This is their education level. As in total, as you can see, there are a lot of people who are undergraduate. They are numberly in 129 people are not graduated even, and very few people are secondary and primary education. They are still working into the industry on the good reputed level. Actually, they have the good experience, so they can go ahead into this industry, and there is no such norms in this industry when you employ any supervisor or managers regards. So there are a few hospitality graduates as well. So they are doing well in the field of food hygiene and personal hygiene, or even the workplace hygiene. There are only 20 persons or 20 peoples in the total. They are the masters in their place of education. When we considering the working people into the hospitality sector or food handlers, I have seen that the experience play a vital role in here. Uh, Experience play a vital role. So there are almost 111 people are there. They have only 6 months of experience into the industry, and they are dealing with the food, and that food is gone to the almost all the industrial areas. So it affects to the people health and many other ways. There are other people as well that they have 1 to 2 years experience. They are 68. 5 years experience, 20 people are there. 10-year experience, only 35 people I have found within the 240 samples. So the food safety training, when I asked the people about their food safety knowledge, I have tried to find out how many people have the formal education into the food safety as a training certification, which is given by the government FSSAI, and which is mandatory for nowadays to have a food safety trained certificate supervisor into the industry. There are only 75 people who has done that training. Almost 127 people, they do not know about it, and they do not have any approach towards the trekking training as well. So this is the data what I have been collected. I have analyzed through the SPSS software. There are people who has done their primary education, secondary, undergraduate, hospitality graduate, and others. So 234 people's data has been collected for that. Data analysis is done through the SPSS, I told you. Then the correlation analysis I have applied, because there are two different variables that I have tested against the significance level. The first thing I have tested, that is their knowledge level, and the second thing I have tested for the educational background of these people. If the educational background is good enough, then they are adaptable for the such change. And if the educational background is not good enough, even though they have experience, they have their own way of working into the field. So this is the correlation I have tested. Education level towards the food safety training, and I have tested to the Pearson correlation ratio, which is 2 to 10, and which show the significance of only 0.1. That is positive, but still it is very less. It can be more than 0.5 as well. So this affects to the overall ratio of that people's knowledge. My observations through these studies, but I have found that in the field of food handlers, there are no certain norms to employing the people. At least they should have 8th pass, 12th pass, or graduate or something like that. When you go to the other fields, like if you are the pharmacist or if you are the agriculture business product sellers, right? They have the minimum norms that their sellers, they should be having at least pharmacy degree or agriculture degree, then only they are able to do the business. But in the food business, as it is connected with the people and everybody wants to access, so there are people who is not educated, not don't have any idea about food hygiene, or they do not care about the food they are working into the industry. To make them uplift aware, there should be a what I say, there should be a proper implementation of food safety training after every time of interval. So this is my study about, and that is all for today. Thank you very much. I'm not able to hear you, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much for your nice presentation. Just wanted to know, so how did you arrive at the sample size?
Sample size, actually, I have taken when the larger volume takes place. Generally, it has been suggested that 300 or to 350 samples need to be taken. But if I go around into the business field, there are a hell lot of people doing such kind of business, like they are working with the food in many other activities. So it is very difficult to approach the people. So I have applied the formula which was available into the SPSS software, and I have converted that. So generally I required 180 samples, but I have taken the more than that as well.
So if you, I mean, what type of formula, what was the population size? Do you know by any chance when which formula was used?
Yes, sir, I can able to tell you. It is my paper, but it is not currently with me.
Okay. And what type of sampling technique was used?
I have done the survey, or I have also floated the Google questionnaire form. That Google questionnaire form, even I find the difficulties out that because the many of the people do not understand the English as in the basic language, right? So I have to convert it into the Marathi, and I have given them, and very few of them replied to it. I have sent samples to almost 450 people with my mobile connection forms. But the thing is, only this much of data is arrived within the Aurangabad region.
Okay. So this is the data collection though. I mean, the sampling technique, how did you decide about 230 people approximately your sample size? How did you sample them? Whether you used which type of sampling technique?
Sorry, I do not get it, sir.
Okay, there are two various basic classifications, right? Your study, I guess, is this thing parametric type.
Okay,
more or less qualitative type, and then you could either go for convenience sampling. You have floated the forms.
Yes, sir, it is convenience sampling, sir.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes, sir, it is convenience sampling. I have approached to the many of the people who is working into the food industry, but I have found that many of them are not literate. They are not even 8th or 10th pass, so they are not able to fill the forms. Or even though when you give the training to them, or when you approach them something like that, they are very scared to tell about anything into the industry, what is happening. Like the food stall people, if you go and work with them, or if you give them such form to them, they are not really very happy to feel such kind of things, because they feel that might be give them some restrictions or something like that. So the awareness need to be done by the government authorities as well, that if something happening to increase the hygiene percentage or the food safety percentage, and it need to be supported by the food safety office as well. So the people, to getting people involved in this, it is very important. It is not work to be done alone. So society and people who is working together, they have to come together and make these people aware about at least what kind of hygiene is expecting. I am living in Aurangabad, and it is a tourism hub of Maharashtra. So there are many visitors from the outside, and I have seen that they don't have any good places. So when they go out to eat, right, restaurants are there, but
Yes.
if you talk about the street food or something like that, they don't have such kind of concepts which is present in Delhi, Bombay, or maybe Pune as well. These
Right.
people
Correct.
are very hygienic. So the hygiene has been neglected most of the places. And even though there is nobody to tell them or make them aware that they have to do such things to get the business out of it.
Thank you for clarifying certain questions in mind, Dr. Rupesh Bhavsar, sir.
Ji sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I mean, if anybody wants to join with me with this venture to making the people aware about the food hygiene or personal hygiene practices, definitely I request the dignitaries to give the support from your side as well to present such kind of activity into the other forums as well. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. That's right. That's a good
Yes.
point, actually. If somebody can collaborate with you and put some light on this area as well, educating and uplifting their standards, especially
It is
when you
also one kind of sustainability, sir. These
Yes.
business are literally fall down nowadays because of the COVID-19. They were closed and they don't have money to reopen the businesses, and they are very struggling. I'm from the hotel industry, working with this industry for last 24 years, and I am seeing there is nobody to help them out of this. Even the government is not that much of putting pressure in that, or they don't give any aid to the business.
So actually that again gets one question popped in my mind.
Yeah.
If there is a collaboration or the level of seriousness involved in uplifting the standards of the street hawkers,
Yeah.
there is a possibility of this project being funded by the local government authorities?
Yes, of course, sir. Actually, this can be done very well. They are doing it in Delhi. Delhi Food FSSAI is the parent body of the food safety in India, and they do sanction this kind of project, and they do have funds for this. But it need to be collaborative work.
Yes.
I mean, 4 to 5 peoples, or there are many more peoples need to be backed up for this such kind of cause, and they should have something kind of outcome coming out of that.
While you're
So if you're doing activity, or if I'm presenting a paper, I do not do it only for paper presentation. Actually, I want to implement it, but I'm struggling with the issues, what to do, or how to get it done. If somebody is helpful in that way as well, I am able to connect with them, sir.
Okay, that's a great concept, great idea, and actually that is the in real world, that's I think the meaning of research is what I understand from all the conversations in various conferences is applying it. It is
Yes.
not just writing a paper, presenting
There
it,
is an
completing it.
applicability is there, sir, for this project. If you have the small kind of training module, which can be Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, or many other languages,
Exactly.
and which can be floated with the people through the YouTube or something like that, and make them aware about such things. अगर थोड़ा सा भी change आता है, तो definitely it will change the drastic change into the food-borne diseases. Actually, there are many foodborne diseases. When we talk about something that I am not well, it is directly connected with the water or food. So,
Correct.
and when we say we need to think about these issues again and again, there is nobody to back up or to behind for this work.
But while collecting the data, or while interviewing or surveying or getting the questionnaires filled, what is the curiosity or eagerness level of these less educated people? Are they really keen, or they think the old school way is the best, no problem, like pani puri stalls and all,
Sir, what I found that when I go through the public and when I meet them, I have involved my students as well for that.
Very nice.
I have sent them to them. What I have found that they want to do many things, right? If I have been asked कि आप gloves पहन के काम कर सकते हैं क्या? आप chef cap पहन सकते हैं क्या? Can you use the apron, or do you have the clean water to serve, or something like that? They said, if you want to do it, we can do it, but the thing is there is no facilities provided them. मतलब गवर्नमेंट क्या करता है, they take 10 rupees or 20 rupees for this ready wala for standing out there, but that for the support they don't provide anything else. Even
Right,
though
right,
a small apron or small headgear will work for this. अगर वो 20-20 रुपए लेते हैं और महीने का एक हेडगियर उनको करने को बोलते हैं, like enforcement, if the enforcement is there, the people are ready to do.
okay,
But if the enforcement is not there, they are taking it as it is, that we are breaking the signals. कि
taking
कोई
it,
भी सिग्नल पे नहीं खड़ा रहेगा, चला जाएगा, पुलिस नहीं होगी, तो nobody bothers about it. अगर enforcement है, तो definitely we need to settle some kind of peoples.
yes, very good. Actually, let's see how this goes, and your openness, we will maybe put, I will ask Dr. Prakash Divakaran sir also to kind
जी
of
सर, अगर
put
मुझे
up.
support मिलेगा तो definitely I love to work more on this. I'm doing my PhD on the same thing, but I'm doing it into the industrial sector canteens. I'm
Okay.
focusing on the industrial sectors and their canteens, because these canteens, the people are like 400, 500 people have their food for their half of the life. Like
Right,
they
right.
have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and
Yes.
this affects to their health in the long run. So that is my topic of my PhD, and I am working with it, sir.
If time and time constant permits me, the time resource, I would definitely collaborate on and organizing maybe workshops for these canteen people, the people who run the canteen, the employees who run the canteen. I don't mind organizing a workshop and talking about some hygiene factors to be included.
Ji, sir. One more thing, sir, I just need to add and finish. Atul Ramgade sir was the presenter, and I really want to touch his feet today because he's my teacher.
Okay,
And he used to teach me the food production, and I'm really happy to present at this conference in front of him.
that's great. That's nice. Yeah, you feel
Yes, sir.
really sense of achievement when you do this.
Exactly, sir. Yeah.
Definitely we will get in touch with each other. I think Atul Ramgade sir is also a mentor to me
Yes, sir.
through my process. So we will kind of get together and maybe take this a step further, the difficulties and implementation or rollout of the research you are focusing on.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome.